and Android, you can do that. So that they will be able to monitor their partners wherever they are because they didn't trust themselves. And that's what we do. Opanyasa said a very interesting story. Obayjuma was cycle. Anna Bibintine was so called and so on. I don't know whether he has said it over here. I know two car she consume. Anna obiti STC mu eko kumase. Now was STC na was kakra. Ano hu rasa e drive e wo ho. E won se o papa na number o amfe no. Ana friend na yire. No say eh ma hu kunu won se no say mi kunu won se ana ma me ne friend kunu. Koyo oi ana so mi won se bibi esi nti na was me ban se ana was say okay. Assume say wo hu won se na wo kon so wan kan cha me se wo kon se nti na me fra wo no. Ni ti na ye. So can I say so? Extra confirmation. And that is what many of us do. These days it's very, very difficult for us to be tracked down. Because on one himself will be all corner. Yes, man and it's okasa oha as embassy. The frequency of engagements. Oh, sister, Matisse de be on the call lunch. Now then they be on the call lunch. Last week pen I'm in the choir. And so now they be on the call lunch. True feelings assembly and and SSC biom. Oh, what is saying? I'm fine. Also, I want to say you are not fine. And so what can you are fine? I know when you're fine. Watch now, I'm fine. When you're fine, sir, a bottle up or more explode. Not getting in us a bridge in a boo. Wama or more a date is I'm no or more the and try with the impressive partner. All right, and you know the lies that you are saying to impress your partner. There's a lady you have seen here, a man that you have seen here that you want to impress. So you want to say some things that will make the person feel that you are there. What you have, what your family is. Your friend is a taxi driver. There was a gentleman in taxi driver, and there was a big man. If you we say things that are not supposed to be said. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 25 says, therefore, having put away falsehood, let each one of you speak the truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one body. When we come to the second part, we will take our time to drill into this. Why do we lie? So for each of the habits, we talk about what we do and why we do it. Because there are reasons why we do it. The first one is that it's an ingrained habit. Childhood conditioning. And you may be a child with fear. So what kind of crack I show? I don't know, you be what kind of show. And you have grown up knowing that if you are honest, you'll be beaten. So every time you have to say something, because if you don't say it that way, you're going to be in trouble. So childhood conditioning is one way. The other one is feeling of being smart. There are so many of us, we always want to be smart. Oh, I'll do it. When he asks me, I'll know what to say. So I'm smart. The next one is control and manipulation. They be per se or control our relationship no. It's in the middle try meeting me a control or fear of conflict. I don't want any confrontation with my wife. This thing that she is asking me, let me give her a different answer. Because if I give her the right answer, there will be a conflict. I don't want conflict. So then I lie. So if your wife is a cantankerous woman, your husband is a quarrelsome man, it means that you are going to lie because you always don't want any confrontation. But there are exceptions. There are sometimes you momentarily manage information for the sake of others. For example, you are at the hospital and somebody related to your partner has passed away, impromptu, through an accident, and you were called and you have seen the person is dead. If your wife calls you, oh, Agosia, your brother has died, sometimes she might collapse by the time you get there. So you don't necessarily lie, but you manage information. I know in the olden days when your father passes away in the village and you are in Accra, they will call you. I go see, oh papa, oyare pa o, inti esra brefi. Na what's nakemu? Now when you get to Nkoko, then they call you, hey, I go see, yare ne mo edin pa. Oh, na what do here? Ka pese anka obananka ye pese tonno bi. They are actually conditioning you for the eventual news. By the time you get to the house, there are people standing there wailing, oh, I could see what my papa. But the man died at the time that they call you. So there are sometimes, if it is necessary to manage the information, you manage it, not necessarily lying, but manage information. And you know, it be a same was here. I was say, with me, I cannot quite be sure, and how Emma or partner so. And you know, a bit more fun say, and yeah, there was that say Udi and Troy were home. So we have looked at the habit of hiding, secrecy, and we have looked at lies. The third one is the habit of divided loyalty. The habit of divided loyalty. Prioritizing all things except the marriage, except the relationship. Genesis chapter 2 verse 24. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and be united or cleave to his wife. That is some reprioritization over there. By my bejan and neja and na ewo na or the work of family yere ho. Waja anyone na the primary contact people or relations once you were born. Winning in abedu so winning ya abedu panyi fie so no. Primary relations that you have. But then when God was instituting marriage, he said that you are going to leave them. Now that leave is not just physical, but also the relationship you have with them, how you prioritize things with them. And now you are going to have a higher priority with your partner. Your partner becomes the topmost priority in terms of ordering it. But now there are so many reasons why we have become people who habitually places our partners second or third or sometimes fifth in the relationship. What are some of the things that we do that shows that others are competing for attention? The first one is other people. And we call something emotional infidelity. You come back from work, you sit in the couch, you cross your leg, you make a call for 2 hours. You're talking to somebody on the phone, and your partner is there. And the things that you are talking on the phone about, your partner hears it and her heart or his heart is jumping. So you are not, it's not infidelity as in a sexual act, but the infidelity is emotional because you are torturing your partner. That is one thing. The second one is work and money. And now come me nyasa complain bi o me fie. Now come nyasa complain obi me tra computer chi jadodo. Nti adwuma a wose me ye na me ye computer chi na lesson preparation so me ye no computer chi ana me ye nwuma bi nso a eno so ye computer chi. Nti madam say ade no sisi a wo adwuma na ya jo time dodo. Ministry ka ho ye mema nyankopon adom ye adwuma wasafo no, we have to be very, very careful. We say, we have seen that you are working hard, but be careful because you are the spiritual head in your family. Make sure that because of ministry, you don't neglect your family. And you know, we need to set our priorities right. And also, I say, ministry, as well as ministry, that's what I'm talking about. But one thing that I want to say, social media are not about the phones. The time no continue. One thing that I want to say is personal ambition. How we prioritize personal ambition over our relationship. There's a couple who have an issue, and recently I spoke to the lady. The gentleman is a very good friend of mine, but I wanted to hear the lady first. And one thing that she told me that has been a friction is that she's a health worker and she wants to travel outside to go and work as a nurse. And I think she got so much into it that she didn't have time for so many things that she had to do in the house. So that ambition to travel, and it's not only, I'm just using that example, to be a young man, the ambition to travel. Yesika, when you know, so one crowd, that ambition, and